Eat eggs. Eggs are one of the healthiest and most affordable foods for seniors, yet a few common mistakes can quietly turn them from helpful to harmful. Many older adults don't realize that the way eggs are stored, cooked, paired with other foods, or eaten with certain health conditions can increase risks they never expected. These mistakes can affect the heart, raise infection risk, weaken muscles, and even create hidden dangers for people over 60. If you rely on eggs for strength, energy, or protein, the information in this video may protect your health in ways you haven't been warned about before. If you want safer, clearer, senior-focused health guidance, join this community so you never miss a life-changing tip. Your support helps more seniors protect their strength and independence. And if you eat eggs regularly, comment "safe eating" so others know you're taking your health seriously. Eating undercooked or runny eggs can be dangerous for seniors because the risk of bacterial contamination increases sharply with age. Eggs are one of the most nutritious foods older adults can eat, but they must be cooked thoroughly to protect health. The bacteria most associated with raw or lightly cooked eggs can cause foodborne illnesses that may be mild in younger people but far more serious in older adults. As the immune system weakens with age, the body becomes less capable of fighting infections quickly. This is why health experts repeatedly warn that seniors must never consume undercooked eggs, even if they tolerated them earlier in life. The shell of an egg may look clean and safe, but harmful bacteria can still be present on the surface or inside the egg. When eggs are eaten with a runny yolk or partially cooked white, these bacteria can survive and enter the digestive system. For adults over 60, these bacteria can cause severe dehydration, nausea, fever, and intestinal inflammation. Recovery becomes slower, and the complications can be significant. Thorough cooking eliminates much of this risk by exposing the egg to heat long enough to kill harmful bacteria before the meal is eaten. The digestive system also changes with age. Stomach acid levels may decrease, and the movement of food through the intestines slows down. This makes it easier for bacteria to grow and stay active inside the body. Even a small amount of contamination that a younger immune system could control may become overwhelming for someone in their senior years. Fully cooked eggs help prevent these issues by ensuring that every part of the egg reaches a safe temperature before eating. The yolk should be firm, and the white should be completely opaque, leaving no part of the egg soft or runny. Seniors with certain medical conditions are at even higher risk when eating undercooked eggs. Adults with diabetes, kidney problems, digestive disorders, or weakened immune systems have difficulty removing harmful bacteria from the body. What may begin as a simple infection can escalate into complications that require hospitalization. Doctors often see seniors lose strength rapidly when dealing with foodborne illness because dehydration and inflammation drain energy from the muscles. A safe, fully cooked egg provides valuable protein without exposing the body to infection risk. Another concern with runny eggs is the strain they put on an aging system already coping with other health challenges. Many seniors take medications that suppress the immune system or weaken digestion. When harmful bacteria enter the system through undercooked eggs, the body must fight harder to remove them, but medications may interfere with this process. This can lead to prolonged illness, reduced appetite, and muscle loss during recovery. Cooking eggs thoroughly helps the body receive protein safely, without triggering infection or digestive stress. There is also the issue of cross-contamination, which becomes more dangerous when runny eggs are involved. A spoon, cutting board, or bowl that came in contact with raw or partially cooked egg can transfer bacteria to other foods. Seniors often keep leftovers, and if bacteria spread to those meals, the risk increases even further. When eggs are fully cooked, the chance of cross-contamination decreases because the bacteria do not survive the cooking process. This makes the kitchen environment safer and reduces the likelihood of accidental exposure. Runny eggs may also trigger digestive discomfort in seniors. Even when infection does not occur, partially cooked eggs can be harder to digest. The proteins in the egg are not fully denatured until heated completely, which means the stomach has to work harder to break them down. Seniors who experience bloating, indigestion, or acid reflux may find these symptoms worsen after eating undercooked eggs. Fully cooked eggs allow the stomach to process the meal more easily, delivering protein that supports muscle strength without creating discomfort. Undercooked eggs also fail to provide the full nutritional benefit seniors expect. When eggs are cooked properly, their proteins become easier for the body to absorb. Runny eggs leave parts of the protein structure intact, which may not break down fully in an aging digestive system. This means seniors receive less of the high-quality protein they rely on to maintain muscle mass. Thorough cooking ensures the egg's nutrients become available in a form the body can use effectively to support strength, balance, and overall energy. For seniors who enjoy eggs, the safest approach is simple: cook them fully every time. A firm yolk and fully set white protect the body from harmful bacteria and ensure the nutrients are absorbed in the best way possible. By choosing fully cooked eggs, seniors give their bodies safe, reliable nourishment without exposing themselves to risks that become more serious with age. Storing eggs the wrong way or keeping them for too long can be a serious risk for seniors because older adults are more vulnerable to infections that younger people may fight off easily. Eggs are safe when stored properly, but when they are left out too long, kept at the wrong temperature, or eaten past their safe window, harmful bacteria can multiply quickly. These bacteria may remain invisible, no smell, no discoloration, no clear warning, but they can still cause dangerous illness, especially for someone over 60. This is why proper storage is more than a kitchen habit. For seniors, it is a direct part of protecting health. Eggs must be refrigerated consistently because room temperature allows bacteria to enter the egg through tiny pores in the shell. Once inside, bacteria grow faster than most people realize. Seniors often assume that an egg kept on the counter just for a little while is safe, but even a few hours outside the refrigerator can increase bacterial activity. For people with slower immune responses, such exposure can be enough to trigger digestive infections, dehydration, and stomach inflammation. Refrigeration slows bacterial growth dramatically and keeps eggs safe longer, making it an essential step for older adults. Keeping eggs beyond their recommended time is another risk many seniors overlook. Even when stored in the refrigerator, eggs do not stay safe indefinitely. Over time, bacteria inside the shell can multiply, nutrients can degrade, and the protective membrane can weaken. Many older adults prefer to avoid wasting food and may continue eating eggs that have been stored for weeks or even months. While this habit may have been harmless decades ago, it becomes unsafe with age. The body is no longer able to handle foodborne bacteria the way it once could. Eating eggs that are old, even if they look fine, increases the likelihood of infection, digestive upset, and fatigue that can last for days. Improper storage inside the refrigerator can also create risks. Many seniors place eggs on the refrigerator door because it feels convenient, but this area is exposed to constant temperature changes each time the door is opened. These small fluctuations allow bacteria to grow, even if the eggs remain cool overall. Storing eggs in the main compartment, where the temperature is steady, offers much better protection. A stable, cold environment keeps eggs safer for longer, reducing the risk of contamination that might go unnoticed. Another common mistake is washing eggs before storing them. While this may seem like a good hygiene habit, washing removes the egg's natural protective coating, making it easier for bacteria to enter through the shell pores. For seniors, this creates an unnecessary risk. Unwashed eggs stored in the refrigerator maintain their protective layer, keeping bacteria out. Washing should only be done right before cooking, not when placing eggs into storage. Cross-contamination is another concern, especially for older adults who cook small meals and store leftovers. Raw eggs or cracked shells can leak bacteria onto counters, containers, or nearby food. If these surfaces are not cleaned thoroughly, bacteria may spread to other foods that are eaten later without further cooking. Seniors often reuse containers or store food for several days, which allows bacteria more time to grow. Keeping eggs stored securely in their original carton and separating them from ready-to-eat foods helps reduce the risk of accidental contamination. Expired or improperly stored eggs can also affect seniors more severely because dehydration becomes more dangerous with age. Foodborne illness from spoiled eggs often leads to diarrhea or vomiting, which can quickly cause fluid loss. Older adults do not replenish fluids as easily as younger people, and dehydration can lead to dizziness, weakness, and sudden drops in blood pressure. These symptoms increase fall risk and can require medical attention. Safe egg storage helps prevent these complications by reducing the chance of consuming contaminated eggs. Some seniors also have chronic health conditions or take medications that weaken the immune system. When the body's defenses are low, even a mild infection from spoiled eggs can escalate. Fatigue, low appetite, weakness, and inflammation can last far longer and take a greater toll on the body. Avoiding old or improperly stored eggs helps protect overall strength and prevent setbacks that can affect mobility and independence. The safest practice for older adults is simple: refrigerate eggs immediately after purchase, store them in the coldest part of the refrigerator, keep them in their carton, avoid washing them until cooking, and discard any eggs that seem old or have passed their recommended use-by date. These steps protect seniors from silent risks that often occur long before an egg looks or smells spoiled. Proper egg storage may seem like a small detail, but for seniors, it plays a major role in preventing illness and maintaining energy, strength, and comfort. Eating eggs without considering heart health can be risky for seniors because the body's ability to manage cholesterol, inflammation, and blood vessel health changes significantly with age. While eggs are a valuable source of protein, vitamins, and minerals, they also contain dietary cholesterol that may affect certain older adults differently. Many seniors believe that if they have eaten eggs their entire lives without issues, their habits do not need to change. But the heart after 60 behaves differently from the heart at 40 or 50, and ignoring these changes can quietly increase the risk of complications. Eggs themselves are not the problem for most adults. Many doctors agree that healthy seniors can enjoy eggs in moderation. The concern arises when older adults eat eggs frequently without considering their specific heart conditions, medications, or cholesterol levels. As the arteries age, they naturally stiffen, and plaque buildup becomes more common. Seniors with a history of high cholesterol, heart disease, or diabetes face a higher baseline risk. In these cases, eating eggs daily without paying attention to the rest of the diet can add more strain to the cardiovascular system. Dietary cholesterol affects people differently. Some seniors are cholesterol sensitive, meaning their blood cholesterol levels rise more sharply in response to foods like eggs. This sensitivity becomes more noticeable with age because the liver becomes less efficient at processing fats. Seniors who fall into this category may unintentionally raise their LDL cholesterol by eating eggs too often. This increases the risk of plaque buildup, narrowing of the arteries, and reduced blood flow to the heart and brain. Understanding cholesterol sensitivity helps older adults make safer choices and avoid unnecessary heart strain. Another factor is how eggs are prepared and what they are eaten with. The egg itself may be nutritious, but pair it with butter, cheese, processed meats, or deep oil frying, and the heart is exposed to much higher levels of saturated fat and sodium. These additions raise blood pressure, increase inflammation, and put more stress on aging arteries. Seniors who routinely eat eggs cooked in heavy oils or served with salty sides may be unknowingly harming their cardiovascular health. They may assume the egg is the healthy part, but the way it is prepared can completely change its impact on the body. Seniors taking certain medications must also be cautious. Cholesterol-lowering drugs, blood pressure medications, and heart medications can change how the body responds to dietary fat and cholesterol. Eating too many eggs without accounting for these medications may reduce their effectiveness or create imbalance in the system. Doctors often advise patients with heart disease or diabetes to monitor egg intake, not because eggs are dangerous for everyone, but because certain medical profiles require extra attention. Inflammation also plays a role in heart health. As the body ages, chronic low-grade inflammation becomes more common, and this inflammation affects how the arteries respond to cholesterol. Even small increases in LDL cholesterol can cause more harm in an inflamed artery than in a healthy one. Seniors who eat eggs alongside inflammatory foods such as processed meats may experience a combined effect that raises cardiovascular risk. Eggs that are eaten thoughtfully, as part of a balanced, heart-conscious meal, do not carry the same danger. For seniors with healthy hearts, eggs can still be enjoyed safely, but the mistake is assuming that every senior fits into that category. The heart's condition must be considered. A senior with stable cholesterol levels, good blood pressure, and no history of heart disease will respond differently from someone with arterial plaque, diabetes, or past cardiac events. This is why doctors often recommend personalized limits rather than universal egg restrictions. Ignoring heart health while eating eggs does not immediately cause harm, which is why the mistake is easy to overlook. The danger is silent and long-term. Gradual plaque buildup, slow artery stiffening, and mild cholesterol elevation accumulate over time. By the time symptoms appear, fatigue, chest pressure, shortness of breath, the heart may already be under strain. Being mindful of heart health while eating eggs helps seniors enjoy their meals without increasing their risk. Choosing cooking methods that reduce added fats, adjusting portions based on medical conditions, and pairing eggs with heart-friendly foods all help protect long-term cardiovascular strength. Pairing eggs with the wrong foods can be dangerous for seniors because the combination can create far more stress on the heart, blood vessels, and digestive system than the egg alone. Eggs themselves offer valuable protein and important nutrients, but the foods commonly eaten with them can quietly turn a healthy meal into one that increases inflammation, raises blood pressure, strains the heart, and disrupts digestion. For older adults, these effects are more serious because the body no longer handles heavy fats, excess sodium, or processed ingredients as easily as it once did. Understanding which combinations are unsafe helps seniors protect their strength while still enjoying eggs safely. One of the biggest problems is pairing eggs with processed meats like bacon, sausage, or deli ham. These foods are extremely high in sodium and saturated fat. Seniors already face a natural rise in blood pressure as arteries stiffen with age. When salty, fatty meats are added to an egg meal, the cardiovascular system must work harder to keep blood flowing smoothly. Sodium causes fluid retention, which raises blood pressure, and saturated fats contribute to plaque buildup in aging arteries. Many seniors assume the egg is the healthiest part of the meal, but the processed meat beside it becomes the real danger, adding strain to the heart that builds quietly over time. Another risky pairing is frying eggs in heavy oils or butter. As digestion slows with age, large amounts of added fat linger in the stomach longer and can cause discomfort, bloating, or acid reflux. High-fat cooking methods also increase LDL cholesterol, which is already a concern for adults with heart disease or diabetes. Even when the egg is nutritious, the fat used to cook it can transform the meal into something harder for an older body to process. Lighter cooking methods reduce this burden and allow seniors to benefit from eggs without overwhelming the digestive system. Some seniors also pair eggs with high-sugar foods like pastries, white bread, or sweetened coffee. This combination creates a sharp rise in blood sugar followed by a sudden drop, leading to weakness, shakiness, and fatigue in the legs. Older adults are more sensitive to these blood sugar swings because insulin response becomes less efficient with age. When eggs are eaten with refined carbohydrates, the steady energy from the protein is overshadowed by the instability caused by sugar. This can make walking feel more difficult and reduce overall energy during the day. Fried sides such as hash browns add another layer of risk. These foods absorb large amounts of oil, making them heavy and difficult for seniors to digest. The combination of eggs and fried starch can cause prolonged fullness, digestive discomfort, and unnecessary calorie intake that contributes to weight gain. Extra weight strains the legs, hips, and heart, making daily activities harder. While eggs provide protein that supports muscle strength, pairing them with oily sides offsets these benefits by placing extra pressure on the body. Cheese-heavy dishes such as omelets loaded with processed cheese also create challenges. Processed cheese is high in sodium and saturated fat, both of which increase cardiovascular strain. Seniors who enjoy these dishes regularly may experience more water retention, higher blood pressure, and increased stiffness in the legs due to inflammation triggered by excessive salt and fat. Eggs mixed with modest amounts of wholesome ingredients can remain healthy, but heavy cheese additions shift the meal toward something the heart struggles to handle. For seniors, the issue is not the egg itself but the environment created around it. A nutritious food becomes risky when paired with ingredients that increase blood pressure, worsen cholesterol levels, disrupt blood sugar, or burden digestion. Eating eggs thoughtfully, choosing lighter sides, using gentler cooking methods, and avoiding processed additions helps protect long-term strength and makes every meal safer and more supportive of aging health. Ignoring basic food safety steps while cooking eggs can be dangerous for seniors because harmful bacteria can spread easily in the kitchen without being noticed. Eggs look clean on the outside, but their shells can carry bacteria that transfer to hands, utensils, counters, and other foods. Younger adults may recover quickly from mild contamination, but seniors have weaker immune defenses and slower digestive systems. This makes even a small amount of exposure more serious, leading to dehydration, fatigue, stomach inflammation, and in some cases infections that take days or weeks to recover from. Safe handling is not about fear, it is about protecting a body that no longer fights illness the way it once did. One of the most common mistakes is cracking eggs and touching the shells, then immediately handling vegetables, bread, or other ready-to-eat foods. The bacteria on the shell can transfer instantly. Seniors often cook slowly or prepare meals in steps, giving bacteria more time to multiply. Washing hands thoroughly with soap after touching raw eggs is essential, especially before handling foods that will not be cooked further. Without this step, contamination can spread silently, even if the egg itself will be cooked properly later. Another mistake is using the same bowl or utensils for raw and cooked eggs. A fork used to whisk raw eggs may appear clean after cooking, but bacteria remain unless it is washed with hot, soapy water. If that same fork is used again to taste or serve the cooked eggs, bacteria can move directly into the meal. Seniors who cook alone or have limited energy often reuse utensils without thinking, but this small habit carries real risk. Washing all surfaces that touch raw egg helps prevent illness and keeps the meal safe. Some older adults also underestimate the dangers of cracked eggs. A crack allows bacteria to enter the egg long before it reaches the pan. Seniors may choose to cook a cracked egg to avoid waste, but doing so increases the risk of digestive infection. Even if cooked thoroughly, an egg that has been exposed to bacteria for hours or days becomes unsafe to eat. Discarding cracked eggs protects seniors from stomach illness and dehydration that can quickly weaken the body. Cleaning the kitchen properly after cooking eggs is another area where safety is often overlooked. Raw egg spills, drips, or smudges on the counter can carry bacteria that survive long after the meal. If a senior later prepares a salad, sandwich, or fruit on that same counter without disinfecting it, the contamination spreads to foods that are not cooked again. Older adults are more likely to experience complications from these exposures because the immune system has fewer reserves to fight infection. Temperature control is another important factor. Some seniors cook eggs on low heat for longer periods, believing this makes them easier to digest. However, low heat may not reach the temperature needed to kill bacteria effectively. Cooking eggs on moderate heat ensures both the whites and yolk reach a safe level before eating. Turning up the heat slightly can make a meaningful difference for safety without changing the texture of the meal. Ignoring food safety steps may seem harmless in the moment, but for seniors, these mistakes accumulate into real health risks. Handling eggs carefully, keeping utensils clean, avoiding cracked shells, and cooking at proper temperatures protects older adults from infections that can drain strength and disrupt daily life. Relying on eggs as the only protein source can become a silent problem for seniors because the body needs a variety of nutrients to maintain strength, support muscle repair, and protect overall health. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, but they do not provide all the minerals, fiber, and diverse amino acids that aging muscles depend on. As the body grows older, nutrient absorption becomes less efficient, making variety more important than ever. When seniors eat eggs as their main or only source of protein, they may unknowingly create nutritional gaps that weaken the body over time. One concern is that eggs lack dietary fiber, which is essential for digestion. As digestion slows with age, the intestines need more support to move food smoothly. Without fiber from beans, lentils, grains, or vegetables, seniors can develop constipation, bloating, and discomfort. When eggs dominate the diet, there is less room for these fiber-rich foods, and digestive problems become more frequent. A balanced diet that includes multiple protein sources helps keep digestion steady and comfortable. Another issue is that eggs alone cannot provide the range of minerals that support strong muscles. Foods like legumes, dairy, fish, and nuts contain magnesium, potassium, and calcium, all of which help muscles contract and relax properly. Seniors who rely only on eggs may miss out on these minerals and experience more frequent cramps, weakness, or instability in the legs. Eggs contribute valuable protein, but without these supporting minerals, the muscles cannot rebuild as effectively after age 70. Variety in protein is also important for maintaining energy. Eggs digest quickly, which means they cannot sustain energy for long periods. Other proteins such as beans or yogurt digest more slowly and provide longer-lasting support. Seniors who rely only on eggs may notice more fatigue between meals or a drop in energy during daily activity. Combining eggs with other proteins creates smoother, more steady nourishment. Finally, depending solely on eggs can limit overall calorie intake, especially for seniors with low appetite. This can lead to muscle loss and reduced strength. Including a mix of protein sources ensures the body receives well-rounded nutrition that supports balance, mobility, and long-term independence. Eating eggs too late at night can cause discomfort for seniors because the body's ability to digest protein slows down significantly in the evening. Eggs are a dense, high-protein food that require strong stomach acid and steady digestion. As people age, both of these decrease, especially later in the day. When eggs are eaten at night, they may sit in the stomach longer than expected, leading to heaviness, bloating, or indigestion that disrupts sleep. Poor sleep affects muscle recovery, balance, and energy the next day, making nighttime egg meals less suitable for older adults. Late-night eating can also trigger acid reflux in seniors. Protein-rich foods stimulate acid production, and when the stomach is fuller before bedtime, acid can move upward more easily. This can cause throat irritation, coughing, and restless sleep. Over time, repeated nighttime reflux can worsen inflammation in the digestive tract, making eating before bed even more uncomfortable. Blood sugar changes are another concern. Seniors may experience nighttime drops or spikes, especially those with diabetes. Eggs eaten late can alter the body's normal rhythm of nighttime fasting, leading to irregular blood sugar patterns that interfere with rest and morning energy levels. The body does most of its repair work at night, including muscle rebuilding. Heavy digestion interferes with this process. Eating eggs earlier in the day provides protein when the body can use it more efficiently, supporting strength and recovery. Avoiding late-night egg meals helps seniors sleep more comfortably and maintain better digestion, energy, and muscle support.